Everyone, we are live here with celebrity hairstylist Monae Everett and IMG model Jeree Braxton. I'm going to go ahead and let them introduce themselves and we're going to get going into the look.
Hey, I'm Monae Everett. I am so excited to be here with you guys. I have over 20 years of experience in the beauty industry. I absolutely love working Fashion Week. You probably have seen a lot of my different celebrity clients. I work with artists that are on the radio, on the TV, and like I said, I've done Fashion Week for so many years. I'm also an educator and the creator of Texture Style Awards as well as Celeb Gigs Academy. I am here today to create a beautiful style, but before we get into that, I'm going to have our lovely model Jeree to introduce herself, and I'll start working a little bit and then catch you guys up on what we're doing.
Hello everybody, I'm IMG model Jeree Braxton, but alongside being a model, I'm also a creative hair artist myself in the city of Chicago where I'm from. I'm extremely excited to be here today with Black Beauty Roster, ex New York Fashion Week. I just believe that it's extremely important in these spaces to show up and just make sure we're represented and included, being in front of the chair and behind the scenes. It just is important to advocate for being represented and supported, and feeling like we have what we need, as models, as women of color. So I'm excited to be here today.
You're creating such a strong point. I was so excited when Black Beauty Roster asked me to do this live. I have been working behind the scenes for so many years, and I remember many times I've been working behind the chair and at Fashion Week for so many years, and I remember so many times being one of the only artists backstage who was able to style curly and coily hair, and that left our Black models, our Latin models, feeling so left out. Many times they would be crying and running into the restroom to go and fix their hair, and this is simply not acceptable. So the style that I created, that I'm going to create and demonstrate for you today, is going to be a beautiful braided up style that I would hear so often. Oh my God, you can't do that on curly hair, you can't do that on coily hair, as a lot of laymen like to get into the terms, your type 3 or type 4 hair, and that's complete nonsense. So I'm going to show you how quickly something like this can be done, and since this is a non-product sponsored demo, I'm going to show you where your creativity and very little product can take you.
Amazing. And you guys feel free to shoot out questions on what Monae is doing, your hair questions. If you have questions for Jeree as a model, please go ahead. Let us know where you're from, and we're so excited to have you guys all here. Let's get into it.
So the first thing I want you to notice is that I lean into heavy moisture. Moisture is a fancy word for water. And if moisture is a fancy word for water, why don't we just get to the point and spray the hair with some water? You never want to detangle the hair or brush the hair or do anything really to curly or coily hair without an insane amount of moisture. And then I will follow up with a great leave-in conditioner. Moisture is the key, okay? If you don't hear me say anything else, hear me say, put some moisture in that hair. The next thing I'm going to do, because her hair, is blessed with a lot of hair, we're not going to get intimidated by that. We're simply going to subdivide her hair. These are super simple things to do. So I took the section on the left side and I'm subdividing. I'm going to make a smaller ponytail in the middle, and I'm going to brush that where I need it to go. The cool part about working with hair with a lot of texture is most of the time when you brush it where you want it to go, it'll pretty much stay. It's so interesting to see artists kind of fighting with the hair to get it to stay. You don't need to. Brush it where you want to go and go to the next section. I am a huge fan of gels. I feel like back in the day, like in the 20s and stuff, when they were creating these super elaborate styles, all they had was gel. If it was good enough for them, it's good enough for me.
Mhm. We have some people rolling in from South Carolina here in the city. People are glad to see representation on the runway, and we actually have a shout out to you, Jeree. Someone said I love Jeree, so we have some of your fans on here. Guys, let us know what your biggest hair question is, and any questions that you have for Monae, like getting into the industry and working backstage as a hairstylist. We really want to get the conversation flowing, and we're glad to have everyone here. We see It's So Good. Oh, we got Cali, Atlanta rolling in. Gorgeous crown, they say.
Awesome. And notice how simple it is for me to direct the hair where I want it to go because I used water in the beginning. So it's like setting the hair in place. So we think of sets, we think of roller sets, we think of twist sets. And what that is another word for is making sure the hair dries in place. So I'm going to start with 2 ponytails, and you guys are really not going to be able to guess where this is going.
I'm so excited. Oh, someone is actually excited to work with you, Monae, for 2024 New York Fashion Week. I don't know if that's someone you know or someone's manifesting, but I am rooting for you. Houston, Texas in the house. Happy Saturday from Atlanta. Happy Saturday, everyone. Good morning. Getting your morning started with a little backstage beauty.
So you see, I'm just creating a normal ponytail. I didn't even get tricky with the ponytails. I want to show you guys how simple it can be. So I don't know if you see, but right here in the top, I have some smaller pieces. All hair is going to do that. I'm going to start with water, add a little bit more gel, and keep it moving.
We actually do have a question. You kind of touched on this, but Forever Quana says, how do I, oh no, sorry Quana, we're going to come back to your question. Style Maroc says, my daughter has her hair texture. What products does she use for great moisture? So Monae, let us know. I know you mentioned water, but both of you, whatever product.
Yeah, so I love water. Water, water, water. It's free most places, unless you get the fancy bottles. Start with water. And then go in with a great leave-in conditioner. I love, like, it's a 10, but you will always see me talking about my Weedad conditioners. But you know what? Like I said, this is not sponsored, so I might drop something here and there. But we don't need to shout them out too much.
Yeah.
So I am putting the right ponytail into a simple 3-strand braid. I made 3 sections, over, under, over, under, over, under. Keeping it very, very simple. As I braid, if hair is not going where I want it to go, gel. Gel is your friend. Use gel.
Yeah, gel is everything.
So I really like gel, mousse, setting lotions and stuff because it dries in place. Have you ever created a style like you brushed your ponytail into place and as it dries, it starts to pull out of the style?
From the shrinkage, it's like
it starts to shrink, it starts to walk away. It's doing whatever you did not tell it to do. That's because the style was not set in place.
Oh, someone says I forgot about gel. Been using cream. Get back to that gel.
Yes, creams are great. But you know, since I became a pro artist, I never really was a cream person. I think that's because my hair is naturally very fine and it'll weigh it down. So I generally will go with a gel because the worst thing that'll happen is that gel will make the hair too hard, right? But you can always soften up the look by brushing it out or brushing it through. But if it is heavy and weighed down from a cream, you're out of luck. And if things we're going to do. I am going to end this in a rubber band, but when I create the end, y'all see how there's a little piece of hair there? I'm going to create a loop. Everything that I do has to be intentional and to make my life easier as I work. So most of the time when you create a hair look like this, a rubber band like that, or when you create a braid at the end, you're going to want to do something with the hair. There's always something to do. So you want to create loops to make it easier to pin it or to move it or to add a bead or whatever you're going to do at the bottom. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make sure to make my job easy.
We love that. Okay, let us know how the sound is, everyone.
We are in here trying to be techie divas.
Yeah,
and it is not as easy.
Girls in tech, right?
As you would think. We were just talking about how now everybody works in IT, but it's like, how good are you at it?
Exactly. This is looking so sleek.
Okay, thank you, thank you. So yeah, so what's really important is how sleek the hairline is. And if you notice, after I create the braid, I always go for fullness, and I quite often will pull on my braid. Remember, fashion is aspirational, okay? People say that they want something that looks just like their hair, but a lot of time people want style that looks bigger and fuller than their hair.
That is so true.
So you see me wrapping it around, but I'm still simply creating my base. I love to do braided styles because they create a strong base. Some braided styles, you can see the braids, but many times in the styles that I create, especially for celebrities, you cannot see the actual braid. It's just something that's in there to help me with security. So I'm taking the hairpins and pinning through the bottom and just securing. One thing that I love about styling and creating these really intricate styles is that I don't use a lot of product, I don't use a lot of rubber bands, and I don't use a lot of hairpins, because this weird thing happens every time I go to re-up. They never tell me, hey Monae, you can just take these for free. So,
Fair enough.
We are not wasting our money.
We got a lot of new viewers watching it, coming in. Okay, Alexa says, I could literally watch you both all day, loving this. We're so glad that you guys are here. For those who are just joining, we are here with celebrity hairstylist Monae Everett and IMG model Jeree Braxton. We're doing a backstage hair tutorial on textured hair. So feel free to leave your questions. We're going to be bouncing off what you guys are saying and having a conversational live this morning. Stay tuned.
All right, so it's time to start getting fancy. Okay. So I'm going to have Jerry hold this for me right here. This is just some regular $5 braiding hair. This brand is Docile Beauty, a black-owned brand that I am low-key in love with. And a little special thing that I don't tell you too much about.
Okay, I've never seen this before. I have no idea what you're about to do with this.
Good.
This might be a new hack. Everyone pay attention.
Well, don't pay too much attention.
Oh, okay.
Just a little bit of attention. Okay, so Jerry, you hold that tight. Actually, you hold the, yeah, there you go. And I'm going to create just a basic braid. Basic three-strand braid.
Oh, you just did something. I'm starting to see what's about to happen. This is amazing. Oh, people are saying we love it. We love fancy.
Good, because the thing about doing celebrity work, runway work, photo shoot work is I have to be able to guarantee the final style. Let's hold you out. There you go. Work those arm muscles, supermodel.
Yeah.
So what is it like for you as a model, Jerry, when you are backstage and you walk into a photo shoot or a fashion week show? What comes to mind to you when you walk in and you are looking at this group of hairstylists? What are you thinking?
So what I'm thinking initially is, God, please allow me to have someone who knows how to work with my hair, right? Like I spoke on earlier, being in front of the camera and also being behind the scenes or being in front of the chair, allowing other hairstylists to work on me. In my experience over the past few years, sometimes I do run into situations where the stylist hasn't known how to do my hair. So when walking into those spaces, I'm just always hoping that there are people who are versed in their repertoire, what they can do for, my hair as a African American woman. So that's what I'm thinking, in hopes of working with someone who knows how to handle my hair. And all the other models' hair, all the other models' color.
So what I did was I created a bunch of hair. I wrapped a rubber band around it, and I put a bobby pin through the rubber band. A big cheat for that is that a lot of hair brands come that way with the hair subdivided, a rubber band around it, and sometimes even a bobby pin. So I'm gonna have you to hold that bobby while I add in my sustainer. Hold that center. There you go. Hold all of that for me, Mama.
DMax0305 says, thanks for sharing this technique. It's awesome. We got a lot of people who are like, I love this. Yeah, guys, this is new to me too, so I'm actually like paying just as much attention as you. Our eyes are glued to this technique.
And if you're noticing, I decided to mix a couple of hair colors together, and my reasoning for that is that a lot of times you have hair that is multidimensional with different colors, and it can be lost if you only do one hair color. So sometimes that is the dead giveaway that somebody has hair extensions. Like, you're looking at it and you can't figure out what the giveaway is. Like, why do you know it's fake? Because sometimes there are some people with really long natural hair, there are some people with really thick natural hair, but why does your eye just look at this and say, oh, clearly that's fake? A lot of times it's the lack of color.
Wow, I never thought about that.
Yeah, makes sense. That lack of dimension.
That is so interesting. So what shows have you guys been doing New York Fashion Week? Is this your first day? Like, where are we at in the New York Fashion Week process and the itinerary?
Yeah. So for me, this is my very first Fashion Week.
Wow.
Super excited. Thank you. This will be my second, job of Fashion Week. Yesterday we walked Chelsea Gray's, and she actually was also a hairstylist behind the scenes, so we got to kind of like see each other backstage yesterday. But yeah, this is our first time in New York for Fashion Week, so we're excited.
That's amazing.
To be here.
That's amazing. And Monae, I know you have plenty of experience in your Fashion Week. You know everything. So tell us a little bit about this week and how it's different from you, and kind of like what you look forward to most during New York Fashion Week.
You know what? I'm always learning, so I would not say I know everything, but this is probably like my 25th season or so.
Wow.
No less than 22nd season.
Wow.
So, I've been around. That I will admit to. I worked on a new team yesterday that I had not worked on in the past, and I was really excited to work on it. I'm excited to be here with Black Beauty Roster. I love the work that they are doing. I love how they're bursting the industry way open in multiple different facets, because there's room for growth. A lot of people come on and they say, oh, I would like to work backstage. I want to do what you do, Monae. And they're saying that they don't have the opportunity. So with Black Beauty Roster, they are helping to create these opportunities, and I love to be a part of that. I've been working with Black Beauty Roster for a couple of years, and I'm happy that they decided for us to work together on this project.
Me too. We have someone coming in, Brooklyn, saying, I am so excited to get a backstage peek. Monae is awesome and my diversity hair hero. I've been following her for years. So we're so glad that we could work with Monae and give you guys a peek with what she does backstage and her little, hacks and things. So keep flowing, keep the questions coming. We're loving what you guys are saying.
Just the top. Yeah, Monae is giving more than she should. I'm like, hold on, I'm dropping a lot of stuff here. I don't know if I thought this all the way through, because we're going to take you from this to something that you don't foresee coming.
Oh, we are so excited. This is an honor. We never get backstage peek like this. Oh, Alexis says, OMG, yes. Thank you so much. With
No.
1,000 exclamation points.
Oh, come on, exclamation points. Can I get some likes? Can I get some smiles? Can I get, you telling your people to pull up in this Instagram? Can I get some excitement? Let Black Beauty Roster and New York Fashion Week know that you are excited to see me and you want to see more of these examples.
Yeah, let us know. The hearts are coming in. Let us know that you're liking this live. Tell your friends. This happens once every New York Fashion Week. So if you missed this, we won't do another one until February. So come on, you guys, and let's hear your questions. Oh, we see. Can't wait to see the full look. We can't wait to see it either. Oh, what's her Instagram? So Monae Everett. It's at Monae Artistry. So MONAE Artistry. And then the model, Jeri Braxton, it's at Jeri, JIRIBRAXTON. And if you go to New York Fashion Week's Instagram account, all that is also laid out in the captions on our live and on our feed.
I'm all about making life easier. So I am a pen and a rubber band type of girl. I'm going to take this bobby pin and pin it into the 2 braids we have going and wrap around.
Oh, that's smart.
And for those of you who were saying that you would be interested in working backstage and learning how to become a celebrity artist, yes, I do offer classes. I have a free webinar coming up on September 14th, and you can register at celebgigs.com.
Oh, amazing.
CELEB gigs.com. Just like Black Beauty Roster, I believe in creating opportunity for people.
Agreed.
Notice I'm taking this gold and I'm just wrapping it around the base of this style. You guys are going to be so shocked when you see what I do with this. And
I'm loving this.
Thank you. And the fact that we are not too far from done. Ooh, wait. You're going to be like, I didn't see it. Didn't see it coming.
Oh my God, someone actually from your class has said, Danielle Green, I've taken a class with Monae and she is a class act.
Oh,
Yes.
Thank you, Danielle. I appreciate you.
That's amazing. Another question, how can I apply for a press pass? Don't ignore. I'm trying to progress like you do. So I'm not ignoring you, sir. But this is not for press pass. We are here for makeup. So anything New York Fashion Week related, you kind of have to go directly to the source. So if you're working in makeup, Monae, what would you suggest you do to get backstage for makeup?
For makeup and hair, there are a lot of different processes. You have to figure out what brands, you have to figure out who's leading the shows, you have to figure out if you are able to keep up with the demand of the Fashion Week shows and opportunities. There is a lot of different aspects. So not only do I teach you how to find paid shows, because it's a lie that nobody's getting paid, I walk you through the process to make sure that you are portfolio ready so that you don't have a situation where you put yourself out there and you end up getting on the list of people who should not be there because they're not ready. Okay? All right. Should we just leave it right here?
That would be different. That'd be ooh, a little ET vibe.
Okay, so remember these bobby pins? I'm going to pin right in the center.
Ooh, wow. Great information. One girl Sparty said, so thank you for that, Monae.
You're very welcome.
We got a lot of new people joining. If you're just joining, we are here with celebrity hairstylist Monae Everett and IMG model Jeri Braxton. We are giving you a little backstage peek at a hairstyle, and this is some really important knowledge, so make sure you guys are paying attention. This does not happen often.
Exactly. And remember, the important part of a hairstyle for Fashion Week is to draw attention to the wonderful fashions. So the hairstyle should be thought-provoking. Most of the time it should be really clean. Sometimes it should be an artistic piece, and we're leaning towards that today.
Yeah, I'm loving this.
I'm really excited to see real hair come back on the runway. I feel like for too many seasons it was the I woke up like this look.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's cute and all, but give me art. I'd love to see the designers getting to show off their artistic eye, and we are all working together. If you create a look that is beautiful, hair-wise, makeup-wise, and clothing-wise, it's a win. You get pictured, you get displayed in multiple different publications and magazines, and your work goes further. It's really unfortunate when you work with designers who are like, just slick the hair back.
Yeah, I think it's important when you said that, like, give us art, but also give us texture. Like you said, when you say they say slick it back, no, it's amazing to see, like, being behind the stage, working with these artists who are African American or versed in dealing with textured hair, that they're leaving the texture when we're being styled for these runway shows. Like, let me see the waves, let me see the curls, let me see that in the style, not just slick back. So I love that as well when you said that. Let us see art, let us see texture.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I'm deciding which way I want to take it. So as you see on the right, I wrapped it in the front, and on the left, I wrapped it in the back. Let's vote. Do you like it better wrapped in the back on the left side, or wrapped in the front on the right side?
Let us know. Let's see. We have some people saying the left. We have some people saying the right.
Uh-oh, what's the majority? What's the majority? So left side wrapped in the front, left side wrapped in the back.
They want to see the
side
back.
wrapped in the
You guys
front.
are only going to see the front, all right?
Uh-oh, they said, hold on, let me decide.
Yeah, you want to be in the
about
room.
this.
Front right. We're going to let a front.
Front right?
Yep, front right.
Really? Okay, I think I was
Oh,
leaning.
we have a low left too. I don't
think
know.
I was leaning. I think I'm leaning.
Oh, we have right. We have right too. Okay, guys, we gotta make a decision here.
I think I'm leaning
Left.
towards the front. Or no, I'm sorry, the back. The left.
Okay, yeah, we have a lot of people saying left.
So, when I first started my career, I 110% would have chose this side, but it wasn't interesting. The left, wrapping it around the back, in my opinion, made it interesting. Like, I think I see what's going on, but I'm not exactly sure.
Ooh, that's a good point. Beyonce said to the left. That's true. And we will follow that.
Well, if the Queen Bee said it.
Yeah.
That's the end and that's the all, right?
We had a good question earlier that I saw, which someone asked you, how long do you get to do a look backstage?
So we were talking about that earlier. When I first started doing Fashion Week, we used to get 4 hours from hello to goodbye. And we would get probably 15 minutes per person. But it seems as though now people are getting much longer to style models, like 45 minutes.
Oh, that's good. That's a lot more time. And Jaree, I think your mom joined. She said, proud mother of the model. So if you're still here, we love Jaree. She's the best.
She said, look at my baby.
Hi, Mom.
Super hair. Yes, this is super hair. We're only doing art here. High fashion looks only.
So I wanted to do something that the average person would look at and think was complicated. And I wanted to show you how it's not complicated, how you could do these styles on any hair texture, and how you can create art for the runway. A slick style is nice, or big curly hair is nice, but I think the reason we have so often, oh, just wear the hair how you came, is because they're scared to do something. I use minimal product, minimal time, and she can stand out on the runway just like every other model.
This looks so good. It's literally a work of art. You look so beautiful.
And when you're working with a model, and believe it or not, they show all of those mirrors backstage. We can never see the mirror. We can never see the model in the mirror because of how it's angled. It's so interesting. So it's important to keep reminding your model to keep their head completely straight, because especially if you're building anything sculptural, baby, don't send them out there crooked.
That's a good point. We have another good question here from Jerry's Live. Do they tell you what they want the hair to look like, or do you get creative freedom?
Oh, very seldomly do you ever get creative freedom. These shows are steeped in creativity. The creativity costs hundreds of thousands of dollars. So all of that is pre-mapped out. The lead of the show will tell you the look. They have worked out the hair look with the designers ahead of time. We don't know if, like when I lead shows, sometimes you come in, you show a designer a look and they're really excited and you're done in 15 minutes. And sometimes it can be a multi-day, multi-hour process. So you do not get to say, well, I know we had a part in the center, but I think she would look better with a side part. That will not go over very well. And it's bigger than your hair. It is the entire aesthetic. It is the entire aesthetic on the runway. It is the entire look as they're walking down the runway. It is how it flows with the curl, with the look, the clothes. It is how it flows with all of the other models. It is the design choices. For example, if there are decor on the left side, the designer and the hairstylist may want the part in the center for that reason, to not draw attention from the left side.
Okay, that's a good point. And actually, someone here is curious, where do you get the wires? I don't know if they're talking about the gold or the hanger, but they do want to know where you got the little hat part from.
Oh, baby, I order it. You know, everybody is about that order life.
Not order like all. You have to go on Amazon, get your products for your tools.
I love a good art store, the beauty supply store. We're at the point now where you can get them everywhere.
That's great. And for the person who wanted to see the back, your wishes has been granted. It looks sleek and perfect in the back.
I got one little hair, but that's okay. We're going to act like we don't see it.
This is amazing. Love, love, love your work. Love your backstage knowledge.
Thank you.
Oh, and someone said, I love that question. I think we all wonder that. Yeah, it's kind of like backstage is a mystery. So we're demystifying backstage a little bit right now.
Well, I work hard to show people what goes on backstage so that you can understand how to get yourself there.
Someone says, Cindy Lou who? Exactly. We are channeling everyone.
Cindy Lou could never.
She could never.
She could never. Let's be clear in that. She could never. So I'm just expanding these braids to create more of a shape. There you go. Let's make sure we are even. Okay. So I'm happy. I knew something was moving. This is why you have to check out your hair from every single angle, because just when you think you know everything, that hair will embarrass you, baby. It will go on a gangster lean.
Oh, and a lot of people are saying they actually love your hair right now and your hair color and your new cut, Monae.
Oh, thank you. Oh, y'all know that?
Yeah, they noticed. They noticed.
Thank you.
Feel herself.
Because, baby, it's only 176 degrees backstage.
Wow, this look has really come together, guys. We started with
You can stand up and turn
her hair completely natural if you're just joining to this final beautiful look. It's giving high fashion, it's giving art, it's giving queen. I'm here for it. Yes.
Are they able to
Stunning, stunning. Are you guys seeing this on all lives? I love this. Loving Monae, new hair. Okay, a lot of people love your new haircut.
Oh, thank you.
People are loving this. Fire, fire. Send hearts if you love this look. Don't forget to follow Monae Artistry, Jerry Braxton, Black Beauty Roster, and New York Fashion Week so you can stay in the know on all things backstage and all things New York Fashion Week. This is the final look. Do you guys want to say your final notes or say anything else to the audience?
Thank you for having me. I think this has been an amazing conversation and just, making people aware that there is space for us, and you guys back here. So just keep pressing on and work hard to get where you want and seek the things that you're looking for, and you can find your way to be where you want to be.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That was so good. That was so cute.
Thank you.
I agree with what she said. I want to thank Black Beauty Roster and New York Fashion Week for amplifying me in this amazing platform. I have dreamed of being here for decades and got here, and I'm happy to help other people to get to where they want to go. We have to continue to make sure that brands, major brands, especially major brands that we aspire towards, like New York Fashion Week, understand the importance of putting us in these spaces, not just because we want to be there, but because we have the skill and the know-how, and we are a strong asset to their brands. You know, we have always been the trend makers. Yes, we have so much influence, and we are culture transcenders. So make sure to have us backstage. We are able to style all hair textures, do makeup for all skin tones. We look beautiful in all colors, and we are here. We deserve to be seen. I'd like to invite everybody to come on over to Monae Artistry. Let me know what you felt about this live. Make sure to let New York Fashion Week know that you were happy that they created this live so that they can continue to create opportunities for us to be seen. I'm grateful for everyone who stopped their day to come. Thank you so much for having me. I'm Monae Everett.
Thank you.
New York Fashion Week.
Thank you, everyone. So click the links on our pinned comment to follow everyone's accounts. It's also on New York Fashion Week's feed. I saw one last comment saying that it is essential that we're in these spaces.
Yes.
I completely agree, D-Mac. And on that note, we are going to sign off. Goodbye. It's been a beautiful morning with you all.